Well, when I quit my job, I wanted to do 60 days.
Okay.
I wanted to try with 60 days. When I did 60 days, I said, okay, let's do 1,000.
Okay. When you reach
60 days, I was like, I can do this every day.
And what happened when you reach the 1,000 video? How did you feel?
So when I reached the 1,000 video, I felt an incredible amount of emptiness.
Okay.
And people don't tell you this, but when you reach your goals, you are the emptiest you've ever been, because now you need a new goal, a new mountain to climb. So I climbed, it was my Everest. I climbed my Everest and I was like, oh my God, what else is there to do in life? Then I came up with another Everest. And this new Everest is 10 times bigger and 10 times harder. And now I am 1,700 days into that new Everest. And I'm still climbing.
What is this new Everest?
Building a company.
Building a company.
Building a company is my next Everest. And this is going to take, I think, 10,000 days. So 1,000 days is child's play. The next 10,000 days, I am committed to building a 1,000-person company. So 1,000 days, 1,000 team company. And now we're 100 people as a company. And I just need to find a way to build products and make enough money to hire more people to get to 1,000.
And is it a media company, a school, or an academy? What is it specifically?
Yeah, so I'm building the NAS company. NAS means people, people's company. We have 4 products under this company, and we have 100 people working on these 4 products. So we have NAS Daily, which is media. Mm-hmm. We have NAS Academy, which is an online school. And we have, NAS Summit. But we also have NAS IO. And that's the big thing we're working on. So NAS IO is a technology platform that I'm building for creators to help them make money from social media. Because I was a creator and I wasn't making any money from social media. And I think there needs to be another platform that's only designed to help you make money from your community. And that's what nas.io is. So technology, media, education, and travel, that's kind of what we do.
You say that you were not the smartest student, but you're really a really smart guy. I if I had to describe intelligence, it would be like an ability to recognize patterns, and I know that you're really good at that because you understood the storytelling pattern in your videos that worked, and it made your channel blew up. But now you have this standard, and now you teach people how to do it. Like I've seen videos of you in your page that are by some girl. I think it's your girlfriend.
Yes.
So that's a way of recognizing patterns, and I think that this company is a next level of that pattern recognition.
Correct.
Right? It's like you're franchising and in a way your content.
Correct.
Your formula. Yeah?
I'm trying to institutionalize.
Institutionalize sounds better. Yeah.
My experience. Yeah. So all the problems I faced as a content creator, I want to fix for the next NAS Daily. Who is the next NAS Daily? In which village do they live? And how can I help them grow on the internet? That's my number one goal. And how can I help them get a better community? So I give them the videos, I give them the education, and I give them the technology tools to succeed on the internet. That's all I want to do for the next 50 years. No, not 50, 20 years. So that's the next 10,000 is going to be roughly maybe 20 years or so. And that's all I want to do.
That's also a really fascinating thing about your content is that it's not only a video, but it's actually a tool for people who appear in the video to share their cause and change their life.
Yes.
Like you give them this like pamphlet or like this
attention.
This shareable attention in a way, because definitely a lot of people watch, but it's also a way of verbalizing something that they have never maybe verbalized before, and it's a tool to share with other people and fix their situation in a way, no?
Yes. So that's really what I like about NAS Daily is that it gives voice to people. Most people, if you go to somebody on the street and say, tell me your story, they would say, I'm just a guy. I'm just a humble guy. Most people cannot tell their story.
Yeah.
That's why with NAS Daily, we go in and we say, okay, don't talk. I'm going to describe your story on your behalf. And I'm going to be very loud. I'm going to make you sound like a god, but I'm going to tell your story as accurately as possible in an inspirational way. And it inspires millions of others, but it also makes this person feel very proud of themselves. So it's a win, win. There's nobody losing in this equation. That's why I love these kinds of videos that we make.
And how's the creative process? Like it starts with an interview, and then you paraphrase the interview with your own words, and then you eventually reduce it to a really short and shareable format.
Yeah, it's 1 hour interview, and then
1 hour interview.
1 hour interview. Then
and do you record the interview?
No, just let's talk.
Yeah,
I ask you 50,000 questions, and then 200 word scripts, and then a video, and then a 1 minute video. That's it.
Do you have like any go-to questions, any star questions that you know?
Yeah. I finish every interview with, what's your big message to the world? What's the big idea that you want to tell the world? If you're talking to 10 million people right now, what do you want to tell them? And I always find interesting answers from this question.
Yeah. And the meeting process with them is a community-based approach. Like you visit the city, and then you meet your audience in the city, and you get like these protagonists from these meetings.
Yeah. So NAS Daily is very community-focused company. That's why we built NAS.io, which is a community platform. So we start communities using NAS.io in every city we go to. In every city we go to, we start a local community of 300 to 500 people. And then we ask those 300 to 500 people, what is interesting about your country? What should we make videos about? And then they tell us what we should do.
That's also a really smart way of doing the video, because you know that you're going to have an audience no matter what, because that's the
300 people. Yeah. At least 300
And 300
views.
people is a great sample in terms of quantity of what will probably work, because I can bet that in that audience of 300 people, there's a lot of diverse type of people that will represent, in a way, society.
Exactly.
At least in that country or in that city, no?
And so this way you don't say anything offensive.
Yeah. Yeah, you consider 300 points of views.
Yes.
And
I tell them, hey, is this offensive? And if 2 people say yes, then I don't say it.
And how did you come with that creative process? Like, do you know this guy, Say Frank?
No.
Say Frank he's a really brilliant guy. He started blogging before YouTube even started. He had this show called A Show, and he made like this really community-based challenge. Like, for example, I remember that he made like the biggest sandwich in the world, and he told one person in one side of the world to hold a bread, and then he told another person in another side of the world to hold a bread, and he started doing like these really community projects back in the day. How did you come with that creative process? Because I find it fascinating. Because it's replicable. That's a word.
Yeah.
It's replicable.
Everybody can replicate it. I think I just when I started making videos with people, the videos became better. When it was just me making those videos, the videos were worse. So it's like a very gradual process. The more people I involve in my videos, the better they are. Therefore, I should put more people in my videos. Therefore, I should build a community. Therefore, I should, become a community company.
Yeah.
It helps me, and it helps the viewer. It's a win-win.